does look the same, look. It actually does. That one does. It looks the same as that.
Yeah, well, I'm just focusing on these ones because
Yeah,
these
these
ones keep
two,
disappearing
yeah.
and then reappearing.
And
And then there was
then
three, and now
yeah,
there's
the
two,
third
and
one
then there was
underneath.
one, and then there was zero, and then there was three again.
Thank you.
Oh, that means I'll be having your mum's number. I'm not recording.
What are you doing?
Call my mum.
I need to see how much this is absolutely incredible.
See, there's a smaller light now behind
the
it.
Right, the right of the one on the left.
I bet that's going to go really, really bright. Because that looks like it's going... That's just disappeared into the other light, hasn't it? It's gone into the other light. On the left.
Yeah. There's quite a few small lights around.
I can see loads of just random little flashes.
Yeah, there's a couple.
But they could be planes, so I don't know what is actually going on.
Small little lights on the right.
Have you got Laura's?
See, mate?
Yeah.
It'll be on one of the group conversations, won't
No,
it?
go on WhatsApp with me.
You can actually see the smaller one that's come out of the left one on the camera now. But they're like lining up as if they're going parallel. That's getting brighter now, isn't it?
Whoa.
Look, there's another one.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, what is going on?
Oh my god. They look, there's four and they look identical. Oh my god.
They are moving now though.
I really don't understand what this is.
No, it's a bit weird.
Because it's not like they're Chinese
And they all
lanterns,
look
because
exactly the same.
they're not like they're
That's
Chinese
what's getting
lanterns,
me.
because they're not really drifting. One of them has stayed static for most of the time,
The one on the left is drifted right.
and
We'd find the number.
Yeah, I can't find it.
I really don't understand.
Right now, I feel like we are actually witnessing UFOs. I've never in my life seen anything like this before, ever.
It's just the fact that they appear.
And look, they're all hovering together near.
And
I hope someone else is watching this in Wickham, and I hope they see it as well.
I'm gonna stop this, and it saves it, and then start a new video.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. We've got in some bizarre new footage. I mean, this is like a wave. There's like a UFO wave going on across the world, lights in the sky, and it's really starting to freak people out. We're getting more and more videos of these things. This first clip that you just saw, recorded by a UK resident by the name of Laura Haley. So I was emailed this clip, went to Laura's Facebook page where she had originally posted it, where she had asked someone if anyone else had seen this strange formation of lights over the village of Downley, which is a civil parish in Buckinghamshire, England. And like many of the past clips that we've shown where we see two lights, they're in a pair. A lot of videos coming in with these strange pairs of lights. And these two lights just sit in the sky for a few minutes, and then suddenly at about the 2-minute 50-second mark, we see a third light appear, and then a fourth, creating this almost diamond-shaped formation. And again, the entire time, they're just sitting there in the sky. There's very little movement. They seem to spread out towards the end, and it becomes very clear to the sources who are recording it that this is definitely something very strange. Now, this happened on the 29th, so if there's any other footage of this, be sure to send it in. Send me an email, you can contact me. All my contact info is down in the video description. So, I mean, very intriguing and, like I said, bizarre piece of footage. Speaking of these bizarre lights in the sky, that's not all we have for you guys today. These things are being seen everywhere. Here's a new clip, this time captured over South Florida. So check this out.
What the?
What is that? What is that?
Dude, no, look, keep going, keep going.
Moving.
Dude, look at you.
There's an alien invasion. Oh my titties. So, oh my god, we need help.
Bro.
What is going on? I don't want to die, man.
No.
Dog, that's an alien invasion. They're descending onto the fucking, like, shit.
They're in formation.
They're in formation. They're
These
moving.
are the lights in formation, man.
These are crazy. I'm sending this to you again, guys.
What?
This is ridiculous.
There's like
There's an invasion.
There's another one at the fucking bottom, dude.
Bro, I know, man.
No, to the right.
I know, I see him, bro. I see him. He's like on the footage right here. There's one on the right behind his house. There's some. Dude, there's a lot of.
Dude, there's another one.
There's another squad?
This
is an invasion. I'm sorry. Public, this needs to go
There's
on the
another
news.
one.
This needs to go on the news. Brandon, this needs to go on the news. Bro, this is some real shit.
Dude, what?
Our human
Wait.
species is in danger.
Hold on.
I'm running back here. Fuck this. This is some real shit. I'm sorry.
Dude, look at all of those lights.
What is this? This is an alien invasion!
Alright, so I received multiple clips just a few hours ago. This was captured in Homestead, Florida. And we have the source here who, along with a buddy of his, began seeing these strange lights in the sky. At first, they saw just one light, as you're seeing from this clip here. And the light was seen sitting still in the sky. At times, it would move up, and it was changing from red to green. So it kind of gives you the impression that this may be a drone, although the source who was watching it said that they did not think it was a drone, that it was moving much too strangely. It was able to stop on a dime, and that was the end of it. It was just this one strange object. But then, about 10 minutes later, they record this second clip where we have 4, 5, 6 lights, all in formation, sitting in the sky. And these lights are completely different to the lone object that was sent in the clip taken just 10 minutes earlier. So what we may possibly have here is a sighting of just a regular drone. They had their cameras out, and then in the midst of recording this drone, they actually encountered an actual UFO sighting, and these lights appeared, and they just happened to have been recording and aiming their camera toward this area of the sky. So again, happened over Homestead, Florida just last night. Any of you guys down there near Miami get a better shot of these things or seen them, don't hesitate to shoot me an email. Crazy stuff. These lights are everywhere. And yet again, we have another clip of these strange lights moving in formation, this time at a much higher altitude, captured above Greenwood Lake on the border of New York and New Jersey. So check this out.
Anybody got a newspaper? Let's try it.
What are you talking about? What is he saying?
That's the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yourself.
That's weird too.
Do you still have your
Who are having sex?
thing here? Do you still have your
Where did they come from?
Where'd you go?
No, they're on the... Hold my drink a minute.
Did anyone see where these things came from?
Oh yeah, over there.
What, they just
Over
released them?
there. Over there.
Anybody want cookies?
No, they're aren't they some kind of lights that you? What are those lights that you
Those
light
are
up?
lanterns that you light the fire on and they float.
Lanterns that you light the fire on and they float up in the air.
That's cool.
But they don't usually float that high. Aren't they low?
It's really starry out there.
Well, they can go all the way
Well,
up.
I don't know, at least maybe some.
Like a hot air balloon.
Maybe some. It's kind of weird how they're piloting.
Anybody want chocolate chip cookie?
You know what's really funny?
Anybody?
They were going against the wind.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Alright, in this particular piece of footage, the sources were having a bonfire. It was night. They were at Greenwood Lake, which is on the border of New York and New Jersey. And again, this just happened a few hours ago. And the sources said when they first saw these things, it was in a triangular shape, which then broke apart and then continued moving through the sky. They were having a fire down on the beach. And what was interesting, the source said that the smoke from the fire and the wind was all moving in the opposite direction that these objects were moving. So whatever these objects were, they were moving against the wind, which would obviously rule out anything natural like balloons or Chinese lanterns or anything like that. Furthermore, these objects are obviously blue in color, and it's just very strange. You know what? We've captured similar objects like this that we posted in a recent video over the Bronx, New York, where it looked like we had thousands of these strange blue lights moving over the city. And like I said, crazy stuff. These things are being seen everywhere. And so, I don't know what's going on, but there's only going to be so many pieces of footage showing these things before it gets to the point where even the skeptics are going to have to take a step back and say, all right, what is going on here? I mean, there cannot be a natural reason for every single one of these sightings, which are numbering in the thousands. I mean, these things are being seen everywhere. I guarantee you I've probably got 50 more clips of these things in the hundreds of emails that I'm getting each day that I haven't even gotten to yet. So that leaves the question, what is going on? So big thanks to all the sources who have emailed this footage in. Another recent strange sighting that happened over Yorkshire in England that has been hitting the web lately is this new photograph taken of what is being called a Star Trek style craft, almost like the Starship Enterprise. You're seeing that image here. This was captured by a family who were out taking a walk. This is Nicole Smith here, age 19, who is walking with her family down at Bront Waterfalls in West Yorkshire. They were snapping some pictures that later on they were shocked when they discovered this UFO in one of the photographs. So you're seeing the zoomed out shot here. This is the only shot that we have at this moment with this object being circled up here to the right. But we do have a pretty good zoomed in shot that you're seeing here, where we have this very strange circular metallic ball with these almost what look like two antennas coming out of the back. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the Sputnik satellite, which was the Soviet Union satellite. It was the first artificial satellite to be launched into low Earth orbit back in 1957. So you can see some similarities here, but obviously, I mean, this doesn't look like, obviously it's not a bird. I don't see any wings or anything that would tell me this was a drone or anything like that. I mean, this is really, really strange. Strange shape. And it kind of makes you wonder, could this be what these lights that we're seeing recorded in this nighttime footage, also over England, could this be what the objects look like during the daytime? There's just a lot of strange things in our skies. And they're becoming more evident every day, whether it's more people looking up or more objects in the skies or both. We're definitely seeing a lot more of them. Now, while we're on the subject of UFO sightings, obviously, as you guys know, most of you, not everything that you see plastered on the internet is actually real. There's a lot of hoaxes, there's a lot of nonsense, there's actually a lot of popular UFO channels out there, well, at least at one time they were popular, who have made a living out of posting hoaxed UFO videos, all of which have been destroyed by Secure Team. Thankfully, we have risen to the top and knocked them down, which is actually a good thing. I won't mention any names, but you know who you are. Anyway, there is a new sighting that's been hitting the web. I've been getting a ton of emails about it, and as soon as I saw it, I knew it was nonsense. Now, if you haven't heard of it, it's this UFO sighting. You're seeing a still image here of this big alien CGI ship that was captured over Malaysia. And this has been hitting all the news outlets, all the tabloids, of what is being purported as a giant alien mothership that is currently going viral, supposedly captured by locals in the Kuala Krai district of Malaysia, in the northeastern state of Kelantan. You know what, that doesn't even matter. I'm not going to go into where it came from because it's all nonsense. It's all BS. The moment I saw this, I saw a very familiar telltale sign that this is an obvious fake. First of all, if this were real, we'd have about 1,000 different videos and photographs of it. Secondly, and what's more important, it'll tell you how fake this really is that there was a similar UFO sighting that actually came out. It hit the internet back in 2007, and it was one of the first fake, well done, I mean pretty well done, CGI UFO hoaxes that was actually ever posted on YouTube, and that was the UFO alien mothership that was sighted over Haiti. You're seeing an image from that 2007 video here. And obviously, this video was debunked later on after it was found out that the palm trees that you see in the clips are actually CGI as well. The whole clip is CGI, along with the trees. and it was found out that these CGI trees were simply a single tree that had been copied over and over and over, and it were actually included within the software, this 3D software that you can buy, which you then use to create these hoaxes. It's a common object, and we're seeing these same palm trees in this new Malaysia footage. If you watch it online, I'm not going to post a link for it. I'm not going to give it any more views because it doesn't deserve it, but you can search for it yourself. Maybe give it a thumb down. But it is nonsense. We see the same palm trees, the same fake CGI palm trees that were used in the 2007 video, and furthermore, it doesn't take an Einstein to see that this is an obvious hoax. It's CGI. I can smell it from here. There would be thousands. I mean, if this were real, there would be mass hysteria. So, again, if you do watch the footage, give it a thumbs down for me. Yeah, keep your eyes open. And if you want the real deal, be sure to stick right here with Secure Team and none of these other nonsense channels. Thankfully, whose viewership has been steadily going down thanks to us. So that's a badge of honor I'll be proud to wear. Now, lastly, before we end today's video, just kind of a cool story here, just to throw us back to a day in history before we had even gone to the moon. A new upcoming auction will be featuring this robot that you're seeing here that is actually from the 1960s, and it was designed to test NASA's pre-Apollo spacesuits. And it's pretty creepy looking. So according to a new space.com article, this robot here was used as a human substitute to test the astronauts' prototype spacesuits before the Apollo 8 mission, the first Apollo mission. And apparently, they didn't get to use it very much because this hydraulic-powered android had a tendency to leak oil when it was used. So 50 years later, one of these robot dummies is being set for auction. It's going to be a 10-day online auction beginning September 15th, and it's only one of 2 test robots that were ever produced. The other being on display and owned by the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum, which, by the way, is an awesome place to visit. If you ever go to Washington, D.C., I went there once for a field trip back in the 8th grade, and we got to go to the Smithsonian. I mean, just an awesome place. And if you're a history buff like I am, and you just love to read up on history and our forefathers and the people who fought for us in World War I and World War II and all this cool stuff, visit Washington, D.C., check out this museum. I'm actually planning a trip with my family to take my little boy, who just turned 10 years old, to DC here pretty soon, because I think, you know, these kids today, they need to get off their Xboxes, head out and get some rich history and, you know, really learn about the country that they're living in, good or bad. So, again, pretty creepy robot. I'd like to own it. I mean, I think that thing, I'd have to keep it in the closet, and I'd probably put a padlock on it, but I'd still like to have it. But yeah. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think about all these sightings? These lights are everywhere. Shoot me an email if you guys have any more footage, and be sure to stay away from the CGI palm trees no matter where you see them. Alright, so thanks for watching. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe on your way out, and stick around because I've got a lot more coming. Stay safe, guys.
We'll be right back.